Orbital spaceflight. This is Warner von Karman and his team holding on their hands a Explorer 1 probe. This probe is designed to be one of the first satellites to be ever launched from the surface of the Earth on top of a Jupiter C rocket. This is a modified form of the Juno sounding rocket with added upper stages for orbital insertion. The A7 upgraded engine uses hydrogen fuel and propels the vehicle up into this. The flight profile is pretty much nominal, what you would expect from an orbital mission. The rocket goes up straight up to 10 kilometers. Around that mark, we will initiate our gravity turn manually because there is no automatic avionics system here. The rocket then releases the payload up to low space, and then spin stabilization is initiated along with the avionics being discarded. The avionics were discarded before because carrying the avionics would be too much for the small upper stage to handle. So getting rid of the extra dead weight would help it very much. The baby Sergeant stage fire up to put the Explorer 1 probe into orbit. After proving that orbital mission can be possible, putting up things into orbit and letting it stay up there for long periods of time is feasible, a second launch is now scheduled, and this time the probe is equipped with scientific instruments, making it one of the first satellites for scientific use. This is still using the same stages and the same probe, only a additional scientific instrument has been added, that is the radiation counter, as well as a small TV camera to capture film from space. The probe will stay up there for quite a few days and gather all the scientific data about the low space. The solar power up there in space is considerably higher than on the surface of the Earth because there is no atmosphere there to block the sun rays. So it has been decided that in order to make satellites long-lasting and evergreen sustainable, solar panels would need to be put on a satellite, and to test the feasibility of that, another Explorer 3 probe is now launched with few solar panels attached to it. This would now prove if probes can be put up there for really long periods of time without having to carry heavy batteries. This next mission would carry a biological capsule as well as a film camera on a suborbital trajectory and gather the views from space in very high definition. A new spaceplane is now being tested. This will allow for suborbital hops as high as 100 kilometers and even beyond. The new engine, the new cockpit, and the new body allows the pilot to go as high up as they want and re-enter the Earth's atmosphere without having to worry. Since this would come at an extremely high speed, landing on the sea would be much easier choice. So sea landing has been chosen for the X-plane landing. This next satellite launch would be a polar orbit satellite, making the inclination of the orbit perfectly 90 degrees. Would mean that the satellite would cross over the two poles of the Earth.